Today, we're going to be looking at a lure which has actually worked very successfully for me on the Cornish coast and in freshwater alike, targeting bass, wrasse, pike, perch and even small trout into the little streams we have down here in Cornwall. And it's actually the Fish Minnow. For me personally, why I like the Fish Minnow, it's a very simple lure to use and very simple to set up. It comes in actually 3 compartments. It comes with your lead head, your hook, your weedless hook in fact, and your soft body. And the movement this thing gives in the water is just absolutely incredible. And for me personally, the wrasse, out of most of the fish I've caught, the wrasse just can't seem to leave it alone. Best way I seem to find it works is just to retrieve it very slowly through either kelp, weed, and through kind of boulders as well. Also works very well in estuaries, bouncing along the bottom of the sand for the bass. They tend to love it as well. They also come in a range of different sizes, so we've obviously got the 120 size here, but they also come in a 70 and a 90 size as well as different size bodies too, to sort of match the sort of areas you're fishing and fish you're targeting. But like I say, the Fish Minnow for me is very simple to set up. So we've actually got one here. So basically all it is we've got the main head here and our body. It's very simple. You put the head upside down and you thread it into the little hole that's in the bottom of the Fish Minnow body. So it's hanging upside down. Simply twist the head around so it's nice and straight to the body. Get our weedless hook. Again, put it upside down to the lure and you just look inside. Basically what you have in here is a little hook which comes on the head, and you just thread it on there and around. So you've got a nice movement on the hook, like so. Open the slit of the body on the body of the Fish Minnow and you'll see a little hole, and that's where you just pop your hook through. Pop your hook through that hole, out the top of the lure, and it's done and ready to fish. Like I say, it's very rare that you'll actually lose this lure. I mean, sometimes you do lose it if it gets caught in between the boulders, but very often when you're bringing it through the kelp and other types of weed, it's not very often you lose it. The one thing I would say about this, especially when you're targeting wrasse, they're very soft, and as you can see by the pictures, they do just demolish them. So sometimes you do have to use more than just one body, which can be a bit of a pain, but for me personally, if they're catching the fish, they're well worth the money. Another range which Fish have just brought out is actually the crazy sandeel. It's been massively popular down here in Cornwall and in Europe, in places like France and also Ireland. Very attractive lure, very lifelike. It's a bit easier to set up than the actual Fish Minnow, because it's just simply a jig head. Like you'll just be hooking on an ordinary sandeel onto a hook if you're using bait. You just thread it down the body, poke it out the top of the lure, and then that's a perfectly hooked crazy sandeel. But the good thing with these, they actually come with a small rattle inside as well, which is an added attraction, which seems to hone the bass and wrasse in on it. But like I say, overall, the fish range, ranging from the Fish Minnow to the crazy sandeel, I personally feel it's one of the best lures to use down here on the Cornish coast. Works very successfully if you're targeting bass or wrasse. Also, if you're targeting only very small trout, but overall great fun. So join me next time, where we're going to be looking at a different type of soft lure, targeting different species of fish. So please like, subscribe, and tight lines for now.